Hello and welcome to Papercrafting Playdate. My name is Robin Armbrecht at Really Robin Stamps, and you are joining me this Friday, April 28th, 2023, for episode 89 of Papercrafting Playdate. If you are brand new to me and my YouTube channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. You're going to find a friendly bunch of people in the comments, so definitely share where you're from and say hi to everyone so they can welcome you. And I just appreciate you being here and spending some time with me in my stamp room. So what we are going to work on today is something I'm calling a diagonal split pocket card, and it is a card that's designed to hold a gift card. My good friend Judy, I was asking her, well, she was helping me put together my catalog packets to send out the new catalog. And she said, "What are you doing on Friday?" And I was like, "I don't know." "What should I do, Judy?" And Judy said, "Why don't you do a gift card holder, because we're coming up on those spring, May occasions, Mother's Day, graduations, weddings, and then Father's Day." And so it's a good time to have a good gift card fun fold in your back pocket. So thank you, Judy. I found an idea and I think you're gonna like it. So let me switch to the table. All right, and let me see your comments. Make sure we are in the right place. Definitely say hi. I'm so excited to see everybody. Oh my goodness. Hey, I think I'm in the right place. Hi, Becky. Hi, Sonal. Hope you're feeling well. Hi, Susie and Susan and Judy. Tanya, hello. Hi, Terry. Carol. Hi, Wendy. You guys are awesome. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Lynn. Oh, amazing. I'm so glad you're here. All right. So what I wanted to show you first are some old projects that are also gift card holders, because, as my good friend Judy said, this is the time of year. And so I'm going to show you a really quick and easy one to do today. But don't forget that there are tons of ideas out there on different paper crafting playdates. So I wanted to just quick and run through some oldies but goodies that you might have forgotten about, because I know I do all the time. So this one is that fun pop-up, what did I call it? Pop-up gift bag. So easy to do, great for like spring. This is a beautiful one for Mother's Day or birthdays. This is from Papercrafting Playdate number 42. So that was a while ago. So don't forget about this one. It's just really fun. And then let's see, this was episode 78. We did these two gift card holders, and this one is the double pocket. This one is very fun. This was episode 78. Okay, so you can, like, if you've got a gift card, you want to have a message, that one's really fun. And then the same episode, we did this pull up one where you can stick a gift card in here. Okay, those are fun. So let me just leave this here. We've got that one, 78. See, if this is, you can go back if you don't have these organized. Some of you are way more organized than I am. You probably already have these in order. Then we did the double pocket envelope not too long ago, and with their 6x6 paper, and it has a place for the little message, and then it has a pocket on the back that you can put a gift card or other goodies. Here's another example of the double pocket envelope. This was episode 83. Again, that wasn't too long ago. And then most recently we did the vertical pocket card. All right, so that was episode 86. And so lots of you are having fun with this one and making a little gift card holder out of that one. All right, so those are some ideas. Tuck them in your back pocket because you've got some occasions coming up where you need gift card holders. All right, I have one happy mail to share. This is from Lori. Let's see if she's on here. Lori, this is such a beautiful card. So she created this card with this beautiful paper, the Regency Park paper. And I'm going to read your message, Lori, because it's so sweet. And I appreciate so much the fact that anything that I do is helpful to anybody else. That's amazing to me. But she said, "It's amazing how far I have come in card making. I owe my success to you and your willingness to teach and provide amazing tutorials and instructions. Thank you for your monthly gifts. As always, your new friend, Lori." How sweet. Lori, thank you so much. That means the world to me. That one's going up on my wall for sure. Because that is truly why I do this, right? I want people to get out their stuff and stamp. So I treasure those words. Thank you. All right, let's get started with our project. So we are going to start with a note card sized card and envelope. And I just wanted to point out, this is the current catalog, which is only current for just a few more days. But these envelopes are, note cards and envelopes are carrying over. So they will be in the new catalog. I think they're a little bit more expensive. So if you might want to stock up on some things. So these come in basic white and very vanilla. I'm going to use the basic white. And then they also come in craft, which we've used before. Those are wonderful. And so the size of the note card, in case you want to make your own and not use a pre-made one, the card size is, the cardstock base is 5x7, and you score it at 3.5 to get the little note card size. It's considered an A1 size card. All right, so I have my basic white here, and I'm going to stand up. So let me take that away. Okay, so I wanted to start playing with some new paper, and so I did a little bit of homework and put together some references to help myself. So this is the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. And I'm actually using this paper, I used it for the kits that you could pre-order for the catalog kickoff next weekend. And I completely used up 2 of the pieces that I was able to have in my pre-order as a demonstrator. I completely used them up. So I only have 4 pieces of this beautiful paper to show you full sheets of. But it's very bright and happy and earthy in a really, really nice way. And then there's these beautiful, just like brushed colors on the back. And so like this piece right here is one that I didn't have any more of, and this one. So those are the ones I've used up. So let's play with this idea. So I did not invent this. There is a demonstrator. Her name is Tammy Beard, and her Stampin' handle is Stampin' Savvy. So you can look her up. In fact, when done with this video, there'll be a link. You can go right to her blog post where she made this card. And we're going to just play with this idea today. So here's my note card. And here's my piece of paper. So basically all that you need is your card base. doesn't have to be a note card size. It can be regular. The next one we're going to make is going to be regular. And then you need a piece of patterned paper that covers the entire front of the card base. Okay, so this is a note card size. Again, this is 5 by 7 scored at 3.5, and you get this sweet little card size. And so the first thing that you do is you just put that paper right onto the card front. I think I need a new glue. We'll see how far this one goes today. Okay, I'm going to put glue on the whole thing because we're going to split the front of this card. And that's where we got the name. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that's even. And we'll just spread that glue under there. Okay, so now you need your paper trimmer. And what we're going to do is just cut the card front in half diagonally. And when I say in half, it really isn't exactly in half, but we're going to cut it into 2 pieces. So this cut can be any angle that you want, okay? I'm going to do about 2.5 inches. So it won't be, it's kind of halfway from the top right corner. And then I'm going to come down here about 1 inch, 1.25 inches from the bottom left. Okay, so what you need to do is just kind of use your guide here and make sure you're starting where you want to start and that it's ending where you want it to end over here. So I'm going to make a cut, but I'm going to get to the end of this designer series paper. I'm going to stop. So that's where the score line is, where you fold the card. Okay. And you'll see with the samples, you'll see that this angle can really be very flexible. Okay, so now we've got these 2 halves like that, and we're going to make a pocket on the bottom. So to do that, again with the liquid glue, that way it'll make it just a nice tiny little seam. I'm just going to put that on the outside edge and on the bottom. You don't really need any glue here where that fold is. And you're going to attach that to the inside of the card. Okay, so now we've got our diagonal split. And so now we need to decorate it. So I'm going to bring in some of the coordinating colors. And again, this paper has all kinds of cardstock that coordinates with it. So I'm going to bring and focus on the 2 yellows, the crushed curry, the lemon lolly, and then the wild wheat and the garden green, because those are kind of represented in this paper. And we're going to use the circle punches to make our focal point. So really, the only other thing that you need on this card is just a little focal point cluster that's going to kind of bridge the gap here and make that card front interesting and have a place for your greeting. So I'm going to use the 2, I'm actually going to use all the circle punches today, but for this card, I'm going to use the 1 3/4 inch and the 2 inch. Yes, Letty, it is like a Dutch door. And the only difference is that it's a pocket, right? Okay, so this is going to be where the greeting goes. And so let's do some stamping now. So I'm going to bring in the Cheerful Daisy and some white and our colors. So I would like to make a daisy that is just white, basically white-ish. And so I'm going to use the Pebbled Path. This is our new in color. And we're going to stamp the daisy. And then we'll do a stem too. And then we'll take some garden green and do a leaf. Okay, I'm going to get my greetings out here. And our center will be crushed curry. This is a brand new stamp set called Cheerful Daisy. It's part of a bundle. And it will be released next week. May 2nd is the first day to order from the new book. Okay, so we need our dies. Okay, we'll see if we can get all these straight at the same time. Oops, that one moved. And now we have a white daisy. I'm so excited about the daisies. I think it's been quite a while. I don't even know if I've had another daisy stamp set before. I'm really excited about it. Okay, put those back. Okay, so let's put our focal point together. So one of the things that you want to keep in mind with this little pocket thing, card, is how you're gonna like keep it kind of closed so it doesn't do that. So I'm gonna show you two different ways to close it. And this first way is we're just gonna create another little accent, which is gonna be the flower that's going to tuck. We'll be able to tuck the focal point under. So let's take our greeting. Put these two together. So whatever your focal point cluster is, you're going to want to pop up on the top half. It doesn't have to be the top half, but it does make it a little bit easier initially. So I'm going to have this offset a little bit, and I'm going to put two dimensionals right along that diagonal cut, and then I'll put the other two on this piece. Okay, so you want to, whatever you decide to make your focal point, you just want to overlap that diagonal cut a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to make this flower to go right here. That way we can kind of tuck that underneath. So we're going to also pop this up. that. And then the stem and the leaf will just glue right to the designer series paper. And then we'll trim that. Glue on this piece. Let's see. There you go. Okay, so there is our little cluster, and all I'm going to do is add some of this beautiful pebble path ribbon coming out behind here. Okay, so I'm going to just fold this piece of ribbon and just kind of make it like a V and stick that over here, kind of opposite of the daisy. Would have been a little easier to do this before I put the circles down, but that's okay. And then we'll give it a little trim so it's not quite so long. There's our little accent there. Okay, so now this is going to tuck under here, and then on the inside we can put our inside message. Of course, you could decorate this side too. You can put some flowers there or whatever you want. You can stick your gift card in. Let's see if the note card size goes both ways. Not really. So that this has to go like that. And then you can tuck that right back in there. And let's add a little bit of embellishment here. Let's see, will those show up? I kind of like that yellow on yellow because we want the daisy to be the focal point. All right, so there's our finished card. Super easy, right? That is a super easy gift card holder. And let's just finish it off because we have an envelope to match. So I have a piece for a note card sized A1. You need 2 inches by 5 inches to cover the flap of your envelope. And then we'll just trim that off and we'll have our coordinating envelope. Julie, yes, one to hoard like hues of happiness. She said the designer series paper is beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful in like it's so bright like the hues of happiness, but there's lots of warm colors instead of all those cool colors that were in hues of happiness. But I agree. So there we have our little diagonal split pocket card for a gift card holder. All right, so let's play a little bit more with this idea. Let me show you some other versions. So here is one. I went all out and did the envelopes this time. So here is one with the Zany Zoo suite. And this is the other way. So I'm going to make another card here, and we're going to close it this way. This is the way that the Tammy Beard closed it, with this little piece of ribbon, which is really cute, especially if this is like your gift, right? So here is one with the Zany Zoo in the note card size. I'm gonna have to tie these back up because they just look so cute when they're closed with that ribbon. Okay, so there's that one. And then what I thought would be kind of fun, I was looking at these new, whatever these dies are called. This biggest one here, I was thinking that was about the right size of a note card, and sure enough it is. So I just folded my note card and I cut out the note card, but I left this part of the die hanging over where the fold was because I didn't want to cut off the fold. So that allowed me to get a card, right, that opened. So you can do this with your dies, just make sure you don't cut off the fold. So I thought this gave it a cute little design, right? So let's, and then this one I just thought, well, I'm gonna see more like a Dutch door like Letty suggested. I just did it straight across and made the pocket that way. So that is another idea. And then I really liked how those corners of the card looked, you know, different instead of just being a rectangle. And so I played with the corner punch. There's my matching. I even sent an envelope through with that die so it would have the same kind of corners. So then I played with that corner punch and used this, this same note card, but I punched the corners. So this is the corner punch. What's it called? Triple Very Best Trio punch. We're going to use that next, but here's the craft note card. And then here is the diagonal cut. And then this one just has the little tuck method. Doesn't that change up the look of the card with just by doing the corners like that? I forget that that's fun and an option to do. All right, so let's move on from our note card size and let's make a regular sized card. And I wanted to play with this new paper, the Bright and Beautiful. So this is a 6x6 pack of paper, and it has 12 different designs. Which they are bright colors, but they're like a muted version of the bright colors. So even though, yes, they do look bright, I feel like they're also pastel. And here are the opposite sides. You got some beautiful watercolor washes, some ombre backgrounds. So it's a really easy package of paper to use. It'll be fun to play with. All of these colors are in there. And it does use some colors from the Brights. And so I'm going to use those colors because those are new colors. So I've got Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, and Lemon Lolly, and then our card is going to be the Lemon Lime Twist. All right, so here's our card, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. That's going to be our card base. And then I picked this piece of paper to go on the front because it had all the colors in it. So for this one, I was thinking about an occasion to give a gift card, and maybe not a typical occasion, but I was thinking about somebody who's going to be a new parent, and I didn't specifically have anything that was like a baby stamp set. I need to put that on my list of things that I should probably look out for. So I'm going to put together a couple of different stamp sets. So we'll see how this goes together. So I'm going to use Sweet Songbirds. And then I'm going to use the Happy Labels because I love this greeting here. You're going to be amazing parents. So let's pull that out. And then I also wanted to use the circle sayings because I think this is going to be one of my favorite stamp sets because it just has these neat features that you can use over and over again. So I'm going to use this Celebrate. All right, so let's get the stamps out and let's do some stamping. So we're going to stamp and punch some birds. Looks like I have everything out. So I'm going to do a bluebird with the Azure Afternoon. And I have a little piece of plastic. Sometimes a brand new ink pad, when you open it a couple times, it like little tiny pieces of plastic just kind of, you know, from the mold or whatever. If you get glitter or lint or hair or whatever in your ink pad, just take a little piece of Scotch tape and then you can pick it up instead of trying to pick at it where you might damage the ink pad. Okay, so let's do a bluebird. And let me check the punch here. He's cute. Okay, so there's our bird. And then we'll just give him another blue wing here. So let's punch that out. And we're going to use our circles here. So let's do our punching so I can put all these punches to the side. So I want a decorative circle punch in blue. And then I was just pulling out some of these other coordinating colors. And we're going to use the Let's Celebrate. And let's take our markers and just, so we can get multiple colors on here. We'll ink our image this way. Whoa, sorry about that. right, so even though this stamp set was designed to work with the largest, newest 2 3/8 inch circle punch, some of the images work, it's tight, but they work with the 2-inch as well. So I'm going to punch that, and then we'll use this little greeting that came with the Sweet Songbird. We got a lot of moving parts in this card. All right, so let's start making sense here. Okay, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There we go. And then we'll do our largest punch. Let's do a green. And then we'll do our 1 3/4 inch in the bubblegum berry burst kind of blended color. So many punches. I'm going to punch a beak in the lemon lolly. Okay, I guess we need to cut our diagonal. So I'm going to go about halfway again, and then end up being like 1 inch over here. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. And we'll create our pocket. And we'll just layer those little circles on there. Like that. And again, I'm going to pop this one up that's spanning the gap here where the cut is. Don't let me forget to put eyes on this guy. He's so cute. Okay, there's this little beak. There we go. I think he needs feet too. What do you think? That definitely would have been easier if I had done that first. Okay. I like that. And we're going to use the ribbon method to keep this one closed. So I'm going to use this nice little notch right here. I'm going to just put it about 1 inch from the top. Like that. And we'll put some ribbon in there. But let's work on the inside. And I thought for this it would be kind of cute if, in addition to a gift card, if there was a little pull out like tag that could be reused as a gift tag for somebody else, or could be a bookmark. And so I thought we would just make a cute little matching little tag here. So I've got a 1/2 inch strip of the paper that I'm just going to put along the bottom. And then I thought it would be sweet to put the other little bird that comes in that set on the inside. So I want this other little bird. I'm going to do it in the berry burst, but I want this bird to look like it's inside the nest. So we're going to put a little masking paper over the nest. And that way when let's take the masking paper off, and then the little bird looks like sitting in there. And we'll put her beak All right, you catching my idea here? This was one I was like, oh, I had this in my head. Wasn't sure how it would turn out. Put her little eyes. And let's see. We need ribbon. All right, so this is a ribbon bundle. Actually is in the suite that goes with the Zany Zoo suite, but this lemon lime twist color is with a lot of different papers, which is good because it's very bright and happy color. So we're going to put some ribbon on our tag. Oh, they're right there. So we could put the gift card on the back, or it could just get tucked in the front. And then if you're going to tie a bow, you need about 8 inches. If you're going to tie just a knot, you need about 4 inches. 3 3 to 4 inches. We'll tie a bow. But let's look at the inside first before I get it all tied up. All right, so little bird told me you're going to be amazing parents. We also need this one in there because it goes with that other one. So a little bird told me you've got something to celebrate. Put that right there. Lots of different things you could do here. Okay. Of course, you could stick a gift card in there too. Something for the baby. Okay, so this one we spruced it up quite a bit, didn't I? I just kind of thought that would be kind of cool to make a little gift tag in there too. So I have to tell you, these markers have been redesigned, and they're different than the Stampin' Write markers were, and that's why those were all in the last chance list. But they have the same brush tip, but instead of that tiny writing tip, there's a bullet tip on the other side, which works really well. So you've got a better writing and coloring tip on the other side. So that is exciting. Okay, so here's the same design with the same pack of paper, just a little bit different. Something you can do with your plain cardstock is to just run that through the embossing folder, of course, right? And then we've got some of the silver ribbon. I tied that one tight. Little happy birthday. This is also using the circle sayings with the thinking of you and the cupcake. And then here is another one with this gorgeous paper using the birthday set. Which is called Beautiful Balloons. So here on this one, I changed it up by just making this piece of designer series paper not cover the entire front of the card, just to see what it would look like. And it works out great to do it that way. I mean, I do love how it looks covered on the whole thing, but if you're like me, sometimes you don't want to cut your designer series paper at 4 1/4 to just kind of get the most out of it, then this would be another option. So there is that one. Let's put that back in there. So pretty. Little sparkly ribbon. Yeah, Janice, that was what I was thinking, that, you know, graduations, this would be a nice little graduation idea, or Mother's Day, birthdays, of course, teachers at the end. I'm not going to tie all that. Anyway, all right, so that's the regular size. Then I even just played with it. I turned it, so I cut, instead of a half sheet of cardstock that is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, I cut a half sheet of cardstock that was 4 by 11 and scored it at 5 1/2 to make a longer pocket. And I used, again, the trio punch to just make those corners a little bit more interesting. This is the brand new Country Side In Designer Series paper, which is amazing. All those beautiful blues. So lovely. So here's another way. So here's an example of where I popped it up, but I put it on the pocket just to try something different. But I used the tucking method with just that focal image, the little cluster. So that works really well too. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you is to just kind of do a 2-for-1. With this same idea. All right, so I thought I'd just play a little bit with the Zany Zoo and with this paper called Zoo Crew. And just show you the paper. So what's fun about this paper is like it covers all kinds of themes. So we have our on the move critters, and we have our dancing ballerina critters, and then we have our musical critters, our critters who are doing hobbies, our outdoorsy critters, and then our birthday critters. So it's kind of fun. Like lots of themes in there. And then the backs of all of this are black and white prints, easy to use prints. So it's a very fun pack of paper. And of course it coordinates with lots of really neat colors. This is a fun color palette, and this is the ribbon that I just used. It comes in a 2-pack with this beautiful petal pink. Okay, so I'm going to use some thick basic white, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut 2. So I'm going to score first at 4 1/4, and then cut at 5 1/2. And what I've prepped ahead of time, so here's my piece of designer series paper that I want on the front, but I want to do like top and bottom half different. And so I cut the same size piece of cardstock and I ran it through an embossing folder already. And I thought we would just go with the musical critters and do a musical theme. So for this one, I'm going to not glue it onto the front of the card first. I'm going to cut it first. And I'll show you, it just takes a little bit different different way that you would cut the card front then. So I'm going to just kind of go almost halfway to about 1 inch, 1 1/4 down there. And we'll cut them in half the same way. This is how we get 2 cards. So now we'll just mix and match our tops and bottoms like that. I'm going to save one. So this is an example too of where I cut my designer series paper at 4 inches because I'm trying to get the most bang out of my designer series paper right now. So I'm going to trim 1/4 inch off of my card base here so that my card is 4 by 5. Let's see. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so I don't know why I put that away. So how you do this if you do your cutting first is you want to attach one side, either the top or the bottom. And use that as your guide when you're cutting. So I'm going to put that one on. So I'm going to line up this with the cutting groove, but I'm actually going to use the edge of this guide here, this plastic guide, and I'm going to just line up the guide with the edge of that crumb cake cardstock. So it's probably hard to tell, but I'm just lining it up right there, and then I'm going to cut right next to it. Like that. And then I'll put the top on. So that's kind of how you can get around that. Work around. He's cracking me up. Okay, so now we can glue our pocket to the inside. And I want this little turtle to be the focal point because he's so cute. So I'm going to cut him out with the dies. There are several dies and they match these critters. So if you find these critters on the papers, they also cut out the designer series papers. But let's give him a little coloring with our blends. I'm going to use crumb cake. Gave him a little shading with the dark, and then I'm going to go back over with that light again and blend it in. And we'll make his under shell petal pink. And there's just a little bit of white on his outer shell. So let's do the lighter green. That's the lemon lime twist. Okay, he's ready to get cut out. Such a cutie. He's so cute. Okay, so he's going to go on our card. And I brought back, I haven't played with these for a little bit, and I was like, oh yes, don't forget about these. These are the dies that are bundled with the He's All That stamp set, and they're only bundled until, mid next week when the new catalog. This stamp set is still going to be available. These dies are still going to be available, but they're not bundled. So if you want to save 10%, you get them when they're bundled together, and they're only bundled the first year. So I picked out these two pieces, and then I used these little flags to bring in some colors to put for our little focal cluster. So I want this to say happy birthday because he's singing, right? He's got the microphone. right there. And then I thought it'd be cool to have this piece kind of go sideways. So let me get that situated first. And we'll give little flags sticking out here. And then we'll put him like that. I think we need some music notes on there though, don't we? Just to make sure he's actually singing. So this little piece is Pool Party. This is Lemon Lime Twist. So I'm just going to take some Pool Party and just do the little music notes like that. There. Now he's singing. And then we'll make sure he's straight. There. He's cute. And we have our inside. All right, so I love it when you can take an idea and just kind of run with it and try different things. We'll close this one with ribbon too. Oh, this is still blue from last week. Let's cut that off and save that. Okay, did you have a favorite? Just give that a little snip. All right, so there is our finished birthday card. I was really excited to discover this idea, so I'm very thankful to Tammy Beard for the idea. Let's bring back our cards. So of course I was going to make the other half of that, so we'll have two for one. And then we have our note card size. Let's back up a little bit here. All right, what do you guys think? What was your favorite, if you have one? And I love to hear like what you think, what occasions you think you might be wanting to dive in and make. I've got some cards to make. Lynn likes the musical one. The little turtle is my favorite from Ureta. Thank you, Faye. You're so sweet. Letty likes the bird. Christina, I totally understand. I totally understand. You got to build your collection slowly, right? Yes, Marie, this will be up on YouTube as soon as we're done here. Erin likes the daisy one. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so there's a PDF that will be available shortly, and you will have the pictures on my blog post. I always forget to remind people that all the information about everything that is in this particular tutorial is all in the description box underneath the video if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, go to my blog post and everything is also listed there. That's where the PDF lives, and that's where the pictures all are if you want to get those. All right, Jamie needs to make a graduation card. Yes. Susan loves the birthday balloons. Good. I'm glad you like that one. Awesome. All right, you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. I hope that you get out your supplies and try this design. If you want to come post your samples, I would love to see what you come up with this idea in my Facebook group, Robin's Really Super Stampers. I would love to have you join us over there so we can love on your cards. And as always, I appreciate so much every minute of your time. I love having you join me to play with paper. So thank you so much. And until next time, bye.